Welcome to Beyond Reality, hosted by author, publisher, and fringe researcher Rich Wheeler and Wild co-founder and cryptid researcher Gary Spikes Jr.
Welcome, guys. Rich here, along with Junior, also known as Gary Spikes. We go by Junior. It's easy to remember that way. We're coming to you from the heart of Tornado Alley in Oklahoma. We want to let everybody know that we got big things lined up. This is just kind of an initial video to get everybody excited that wants to get on board and be a part of what we're creating and what we're trying to grow here. We'll be doing delving into the fields of anything fringe, on the fringe science, whether it be paranormal research, cryptology, with the Bigfoot, Loch Ness monsters, anything that you can think of, dogmen, chupacabra, right?
Yep.
Area 51,
Skinwalker Ranch,
Dulce, New Mexico, the shootout.
Yeah, missing 411, anything out of the ordinary and strange, like us.
A little bit, yeah. We're known to be strange. And what we want to do is we want to bring a fresh feel, a fresh look, and a fresh perspective on a lot of things that people call conspiracy theories. We want to either try and put some justification to them, the things that we know do exist, or B, say, hey, you know what? They're right. That was just a conspiracy theory. But either way, we're going to bring you some great content. We're going to research it. We've got guests lined up already. I'm really looking forward to a few. We have a lady that's coming on. I'm not going to say her name. She's coming out with her fourth book. She's world renowned. She's also a painter, and she does host her own radio show. She's going to be a great interview, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to. We also have some things that Junior had lined up as well. You might want to talk about that a little.
Yeah, I wanted to reiterate on something you just said too. Along with being an author and an artist, she is also a paranormal researcher and a noted psychic medium. So it's going to be quite an interview, quite a interesting, especially for somebody with me, like me, with a background in parapsychology and paranormal. It's going to be great for me to actually get interviewing this young lady. We've got some on the cryptid side of it. We have some individuals coming that's been on multiple documentaries for cryptid animals, not just including Bigfoot, but Dogman, like Rich was saying, Chupacabra, Giants, Nephilim. Going to be quite an interesting line of shows coming up here shortly. We, as Rich was saying earlier, it's going to be a lot of information. I don't think, in my sense, now, when we say this, I won't say the format of the show. Rich has his area. Rich is kind of the fringe researcher, and I am paranormal. I encrypted. I am not here to throw any stones at anybody. We are here just to get the facts out there. I'm sure there will be plenty of stones thrown at us, which is just great for me. I can dodge and duck, and I've got thick skin. We are here to just get the information out and to have a good time and get a good product out there and make things known that we think as a group, like-minded group, that needs to be put out.
Absolutely. And I agree 100% with you. We want you to know, the audience, that we're here not only for entertainment purposes, but we are here to help feed your mind. You know, the poster behind me, it says, feed your head. You know, seek truths. Don't just settle for what has been force-fed to you your whole life. There are things out there that do exist that a lot of people just ignore, or don't have the proper information on, and they might want to know. And we're going to bring where Junior's a little more serious, I'm a little more lighthearted. I question everything. And sometimes I like to put a spiritual twist on things. But that's just me. And that, you know, in no way is that our beliefs as a whole at Beyond Reality Radio Show. But we wanted to bring you two separate views or two separate ideas from two pretty intelligent people that have been researching their entire lives. You know, kind of the yin and the yang, where I'm a little more lighthearted, Gary's a little more, you know, to the point and serious. But that's what makes us such a great, you know, partners in crime to do this. What do you think?
I totally agree. We have spent. It's funny here lately that our walks of life have went totally different, and then when we kind of came together, it was like, wow. And I think that's how a lot of this, in the end, has come about with a lot of people. Is great minds think alike, as we'd like to say. I definitely look forward to working with Rich, working with everybody out there, and I look forward to hearing anybody's stories. Rich is got the information there for y'all to contact us anytime. This is pretty much the way I feel about things. I don't care what it is, how strange, how crazy, how minimal it might seem to people. If you see something, if you hear something, if you have a story, contact us, and you know, we'll do our best to help you out. Or if we can't help you, find the people that can. We've got with his background and my background, we've got a pretty extensive network of people. And
absolutely. Yeah. That's what I was going to say, you know, and whether, you know, whatever it is, if you're questioning something or you have information or something that has piqued your curiosity or is bothering you, or on whatever level it is, or if something you've cited or anything, we have a lot of connections with a lot of people in all fields. And, you know, we even have people we know, and Junior himself, he used to investigate paranormal. So that's something that if people are looking for that, he can help out with that. If you're a little more inclined to the spiritual aspect of things and wanting a view or connections on that end, I'm your guy. You know, and hopefully we'll be able to reach and touch people, and we'll have a great time with this.
Of course. I think at any given time that when two or three minds can come together and not get in a conflict, that great things happen. I mean, you look throughout history at all the great things that's happened in the world. A lot of the time, probably 85% of the time, it was a collaboration of one or two more great minds coming together. And
oh, yeah.
I think that's where the greatest thing in humanity is that we can come together peacefully and collaborate with each other and work on issues, and whether it be differences in personality or investigating something else. So as we go, this will change a little bit. This is our first run together. Me and him can sit for hours and talk, but doing a show like this, it's a little bit different. But
yeah, absolutely. And when we do, and I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, we're going to have to get used to that.
But when we go to do our shows will be laid out. It will be start to finish, 100%. Whether it be Antarctica, which is one of the things we're going to be hitting on first. We're going to give you the histories, the mysteries, the theories, and the truths that we find out there. We're not trying to debunk anything. We're not trying to claim that anything is happening or one way or the other. We've investigated it top to bottom, from the history of the Antarctic Treaty to NATO to what's going on now. And we're going to present that to you. And we're going to do it in a fun way. Every episode will have a WTF, which we call What the Facts. And it's going to be something that was labeled a conspiracy theory throughout the time, whether it was decades, a couple of years, but it's been proven to be true. Yep. And there's a lot of those, and we're going to throw those, and we're going to have a lot of fun things. We're going to have giveaways. You know, we will need people to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribes cost nothing. It just helps us on our YouTube channel. The same with the Facebook. We will be putting out one show a week, and we will be coming on doing 2 live updates a week. Now, we haven't decided. We'll probably split them between Facebook and YouTube, but between all the social media, we're going to be pushing the info out there, so you'll always be able to keep a pulse on what we're doing. And we've got like our first 6 to 8 shows already lined up. It's just a matter of getting it all done. And, this takes a lot of work. But we've been working on this for months, just getting things set up, the connections, reaching out to people, the equipment. I mean, we're going full speed. And we're hoping that everybody jumps on board that's interested, and that we do it, not only entertain you, but we leave you feeling like you learned something.
I totally agree. And I did want to say something on any of the social media pages, including the website, all of it. There is going to be comments made, comment section. If y'all have anything that you want us to investigate, please feel free. It might be the craziest thing you ever heard in your life. Let us know. We'll get out there and we'll investigate it. And by golly, we'll bring you on and give you the credit for it. If you brought it to us, that's what we are here for, is to get information out there, not in a negative manner, not in any kind of how would we say, I got a certain Southern boy way I say it, but I'm not going to say it on here. Not in any condemnation of anybody. We just want to get the information out there. I think that's the biggest reason I'm here, is there's, like Rich said, there's a lot of things out there that people are just overlooking, from everything, from, say, Bigfoot, from spiritualism, from religion, from financial situations. And it's actually, if you look into it deep enough, it's all tied together. And
absolutely,
we're here to open the minds and open the doors. We're not going to go kicking any doors down, but we are definitely going to be politely knocking on doors and asking questions. If you know.
Absolutely. And I pull a lot of inspiration. I don't like to name drop and I don't like to promote, but I do pull a lot of my inspiration for why I started doing this. Was actually L.A. Marzulli, was one of my big inspirations. I love what he's done with the Paracas skulls, his research in the Nephilim. I know sometimes people, they're like, oh, they're getting on the religious aspect. Well, you gotta touch on every aspect whenever you're involving anything.
That's right.
Whether it be from a Christian or a religious look on it, to just somebody who's atheist or doesn't believe in God, but yet we both believe that their giants walk this earth.
Yes.
So let's come together. You share your knowledge, I share my knowledge. It's kind of what Junior and I do. I bring one perspective, he brings the other. But you know what? By the end of the night, we're right there together. And we're like, that it all comes together and it makes sense, and we theory craft with each other. That's another great thing. If people would just take time, a lot of things that are in our face now, common sense. It's easy. It's like, I don't even like turning on the TV to hear politics now, because it's almost like we're living in an upside down world. People do not use this anymore. Common sense. We can find something, and it's very easy to deduce what is going on by the use of your common sense.
That's right.
But nobody wants to listen to each other anymore. They want to hear themselves. They want to push their agendas. And that's not what we're going to do. We're going to be open-minded from the get-go. And we're going to bring all walks of life in. And we're going to go at it together.
Absolutely. I totally agree with everything Rich said. I myself take it, like he said, a little bit more serious. Rich has a very active spirituality and religion and Christianity, and me, I've got a background in Christianity, but my religion and way of life now is I'm a Buddhist. I believe in all things love, all things safe, and I believe that with these beliefs that we have, this is going to make this, like he said, the yin and the yang. I think it's going to make this show very interesting. I look forward to working with Rich, working with everybody on this podcast, on this show. I'm very excited about it. As excited as I show. I don't get too right. But, I'm looking forward.
You're excited. That's about excited as I've seen you lately.
I am. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. I'm ready to get this off the ground, get it going. And just want to reiterate, I will pump out all the social media We're gonna slap this video out tonight. We're gonna promote it on Facebook. We're just asking our friends, our family, to share this video, to like it, and to subscribe to anything we have. Is going to help us to grow. Bottom line is everything is tracked off algorithms. We know this. They base whether they're going to promote you or let you stay on by likes, shares, this and that. And I hate getting in that game, but in order for us to survive and strive, we have to be pushed. We have to show that, yes, there are people interested, and we can just keep growing this. Yeah. And as time goes on, we will have a PayPal and Patreon account. We're not asking for money. We're not begging for money. But if you like what we're doing and you would like to see us grow and continue to get better, we'll take the donations. All that information will be lined up. But as we're doing it now, we're just going to keep going forward, having fun, having these great guests on with us every week, and then jumping on Facebook and YouTube Live and having conversations with you. And when we do go live, we'd love to have you guys chime in and talk with us. The chat's there when we go live. Get in the chat, get active. We're going to have somebody monitoring it. So if the trolls jump in and they're talking smack, they're going to be gone. We'll give them a 15, 20-minute ban. And if they want to keep running their mouth, we'll permanently ban them.
To a point. I agree with you there. Here comes that yin and yang, guys. You do have to have some of the negativity to keep you in check.
Absolutely.
If you don't agree with us, we're not going to kick you off. I mean, but if you're being disrespectful about it, yes, I agree. Rich, here comes that yin and yang again. These shows are going to be put out. This is a mission for me. This is a mission for Rich. We're going to do this, but we definitely have to have your feedback. We definitely have to have what y'all want us to do. Usually I've seen so many of these podcasts and these shows fizzle out after about a year. They usually run 10 to 14 episodes, and then they just start beating a dead horse in the head. They start running out of product. If y'all have product, let us know. What makes this worth it for us is hearing the feedback from you guys, hearing you guys come in and say, hey, you guys are doing good. Hey, you guys are doing mediocre. Kick the game up a little bit. We need your support. I'm not doing this for no financial gain. I make a living. I'm doing this to help other people. If it hadn't been for shows like this, if it hadn't been for stuff happen like this in my life, literally, I would not be where I'm at today. I'm open-minded. I want to stay open-minded, and I want to push the open-mindedness to everybody. I think society has, as Rich says all the time, how do you put that? The sheep?
Oh, yeah.
Sheepified us.
Yeah, we become sheeple. I mean, it's easier for someone to stay with the herd than it is to go outside the herd and say, man, let me start checking this out. Because everybody feels safe when they're in that herd moving forward with their head down and their eyes shut, just grazing along life. And it's those one or two people that leave the herd, those are the ones that are giving us our inventions. Those are the ones that are knocking down doors. Those are the people that think outside the box. And too much now we are herded in. And if we don't speak up and find the truths on everything, one day we're going to wake up and there'll be no more truth to tell.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and I don't know if we mentioned it, but we want to be interactive with you guys as well. We will be out in the public. We're looking to set up a few dates to do some things in the area locally and outside the state as well, whether it be any type of cons that are going on, whether Comic-Con or if it's Lights in the Desert or whatever's going on. We're going to be looking into setting up our booths and doing radio shows live from there, as well as promoting the show, handing out shirts, hats, and a touch back on the giveaways as well. To our people that do subscribe and become members with us, we will have some excellent giveaways. I'm not just talking about a shirt and a hat. I mean, there's things. I mean, let your mind wander a little bit. If you want an authentic cast of a Sasquatch foot,
we
that
can
might
make
be,
it happen.
we can make that happen. You know, those are going to be the type of giveaways we're giving.
If you're interested in that type of thing and want to go on a live Bigfoot hunt, we can make it happen. If you come into our area, because we don't know the areas, you know, away from us, we hunt this area here.
But yeah, with all that said, I'm glad that we got this together. Junior, I'm looking forward to the future and what we have. Like you said, we're going to keep moving forward, but we need the input of the people. And I want to thank you guys for the ones that have supported us while we build this. And I want to thank the people that help to push it now, that we take that first step tonight.
Yes, definitely. This is, I have to say that it was easy getting to this point, in a sense that getting me in front of people is not easy to do. As you see with the sunglasses, it kind of helps with my nervousness and stuff like that. Plus, I don't get out a whole lot unless it's in the woods hunting for the great American big fellow and other things. But as time goes, I'll loosen up a little bit and we'll be out more. But we definitely need the feedback from the folks, and making this first step, this first show is kind of the as we say, as you get older, over the hill coming down. We're all in now, folks. So we're the one to keep at it. I mean, there's no reason of not doing it now, but we definitely want your support in any way we can get. If it's just a pat on the back every now and then, man, that means more to me than any amount of dollars that anybody could give me.
Absolutely. Well, and like you were saying earlier, what would even feel just as good or better is receiving that input
Yes.
for people. They say, hey, why don't you guys research this for us? We're really interested in finding out more about this or that, and this and that being whatever's under the spectrum of fringe,
That's
bizarre, you know, the deals outside the norm of reality. We'd love that more than anything, because
Absolutely.
we want to give back to you guys. That's why we're here, is to keep you entertained and to keep you informed with things that you want to hear about.
Absolutely. We see so many shows where people are just talking off the wall and being crazy about subjects that doesn't even relate. We want local things. We want, tell us about a local ghost story. Tell us about a local dog man or Bigfoot sighting, and we'll do the research on it. Tell us about a great religious experience you had, spiritual experience, anything.
Right. Alien abductions or
Absolutely.
UFOs.
Absolutely.
Anything. I mean, nothing is out of the realm of laughable, or we do not denounce anything.
Absolutely.
We look at everything constructively, and then we break it down and figure out, okay, where are we at now? And then we'll say, yes, this is authentic. No, it's not. And just as many times we have found things to be authentic, there's just as many times we find things not to be authentic. That's just a part of the business. But it's there's more that are authentic and less that aren't authentic in most cases. Because people aren't going to come forward unless something really happens, because a lot of times people feel either scared, they're embarrassed, or they're afraid to get that label crazy. Like I've heard in the past too, man, you're just crazy. Crazy is a bad word. I mean, that's a dirty word. It's nasty, because when you label someone as crazy, you're tearing their essence down. I mean, you're taking someone who might be very articulate, very knowledgeable, and what their field of study is might not jive with your lifestyle, but that does not mean that they're crazy. And so many times it's like, I'll give you one example, and it doesn't even have anything to do with paranormal. When Dave Chappelle left his show, The Chappelle Show, because he didn't want the money and he didn't like the way it was going, the very first thing they did was label him crazy, crackhead, and off the deep end. When all he did was walk away from the money and fame because it was too much for him. And he went to Africa with his family just to get away, to to just be in silence and get away. But when he did that, he was automatically labeled crazy or a dope head. And that's not cool, because that just strips a man down of his true essence.
He actually went back to Africa to get to his roots.
Right. That's what I'm saying, and yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he was going over there to do dope, because he was crazy. He needed a spiritual awakening, and he got it,
Yeah.
And kudos to him.
And
but that was just an example.
To me, in personal opinion, came back twice as good.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's all I have for tonight on my end. Jimmy, how about you?
In saying that, what WTF?
Oh yeah. All right, now here's one for you guys. We'll just leave you this. We're going to have the WTF every episode, and we'll just throw this one out there tonight, even though this isn't actually an episode. But what's the facts? I don't know if you knew this or not, but this is a true, and it's been proven. Even the LA Times wrote about it back in '96, and even the Dalai Lama himself had come out and said, yes, that they received these millions of dollars back throughout the 1960s for over 2 decades. And that was that the Dalai Lama and his group of Buddha, or the monks, were CIA agents, basically. They were being used to infiltrate for information. Now, that was considered a conspiracy theory for years, and now it's proven. Now, they do, the Dalai Lama, the 14th Dalai Lama, does say that none of the money they received was personally used for any of them, but they did receive, I want to say, and don't quote me on this amount, it was up to $130,000 a year just for the head guy, and millions of dollars was given to him over 2 decades. And those are facts.
The way they actually put it is they used it for the betterment of the people around them.
Right.
But
right.
It is a fact. Being the way of life I am, when I found out, it was a rude awakening to say.
Right.
But
a lot of people for years with that, they labeled the people that would bring that up as crazy. There we go with that word again.
Yes.
Or conspiracy theorists. And then it came out in '96, and then again in 2016, that the CIA, the head of the 14th Dalai Lama, and a few of the other media outlets did stories on it, and they said, yes, we did receive that money, and yes, they were CIA assets. So if you don't know, now you know.
And please feel free to go check it out, because it's quite interesting. So there's your WTF. Wait, you got anything else, Rich?
That's it, man. I'm good. I'm just ready to get this thing going, and I can't wait to bring all these episodes to the people, and I hope they really enjoy it. And like you said, feedback. We want the real truth. If you don't like what we're doing, let us know what we can do to better it. If you like it, tell us you like it and what we can do to make it better for you. That's what we're here for, to entertain and to give you some knowledge on something that you might not have known.
Absolutely. I am looking forward to each and every moment of this. It's quite an adventure for me. It's going to be a great adventure, a great walk of life with everybody. And on saying that, I am going to say namaste. Everybody enjoy life. Have a good day.
God bless.
Thank you.